As parents, many of us come to a point where we feel that we are not able to communicate properly with our children. And often even kids get frustrated at not being able to express their feelings and emotions. It's a common story in every household, especially in the busy lives that we are leading today. In such situations, I would recommend parents to seek help or a little guidance to understand their little ones. Terri Allen and Jacqui Gray, both intuitive healers and holistic education therapists for children and parents, are very passionate about helping children and parents through holistic means. As a result of their combined experience, they came up with a children's book called My Magical Garden, which taps into the child's subconscious. I caught up with them to know more about the book and about the common problems that might be bothering the parents today.
And to start with, I would really like to know about this book, My Magical Garden.
So we came up with the concept of My Magical Garden, which allows children to make choices on every page, and parents and teenagers. And then it tells them in the back of the book where they are emotionally within themselves and what they need. So it's a really easy book, but at the same time it's a useful tool for therapists, for teachers, for parents, for children.
And the whole point of My Magical Garden is to get children to make the choices to, it gives them a form of expression, it gives them a chance to be in control, because when they're with the book with their parents or the teacher or the therapist, they're in control when they're doing the book. They get to make the choices. And it also opens up so much communication with a child. So, for example, they'll choose one thing off a page and the adult might say, what made you choose that? Or they can look up the meaning in the back of the book and sort of, say, this is what this means, is this how you feel? And it can just bring out so much communication with the child where they might not have been able to talk before, because children find it very hard to express themselves. And if you say to them what's wrong, if there's a problem, they can't tell you. They don't know to say, this is how I'm feeling. But with the book, it allows it to come out so naturally. And
it starts the most important communication.
Exactly.
What are the most common issues that you see in children in today's day?
I think frustration is definitely number one. They seem to be frustrated. And not enough time for them to have creativity, to have fun. They just keep telling, you can tell my parents to have fun, to just relax, to, just have that time where they can just be the family and just have time to connect. And because a lot of people travel out here, and so they might miss one parent more than the other, and they just feel it's not a unit. But normally
they're under pressure all the time.
They're under pressure. I mean, sometimes we put them on the crystal bed and they're just snoring. They're out, within 2 seconds. So that you just know that they're tired.
Well, as parents, we're always concerned about our kids' emotional health.
Yeah.
When do we know that they need to see a holistic healer or a therapist?
I think when a child is maybe go very quiet, if they're angry, maybe they're bedwetting, maybe they're doing self-harm. It can be many things. When you notice your child is changing slightly personality, then you need to look at what's going on within the child, or maybe within the family, because it is a reflection.
I just think when you as a parent, when you've tried all you can and you're not seeing any results, and maybe things are getting worse or things are happening at school, you just have a sense that something's going on, the child won't open, because it's very difficult for children to open up, like I just said. So I think you just intuitively know as a parent something's not right, and I can't help them. So that's when you go and find somebody like us, to help the child bring out whatever it is that is the problem.
So when the child is with you, what's the initial process that you follow?
We do, obviously it's unique, so we do have a standard at the beginning process, but then we mix and match all of our techniques to tailor-make it personally for each child. But what we always start off with is a lot of art therapy. So we were taught to analyse drawings, because behind every drawing is a meaning. So we get the child to draw a picture of whatever we require from them. And again, sometimes we base it around the book. our magical garden, so draw a magical garden, and then we analyse what the child has drawn, where they have placed each item, and what colour they've used. That gives us a massive insight into what's going on with the child, and the child then chats away as they're colouring and drawing, and they'll just open up, and some of the parents we get shocked, you know, but the way the child has just completely been honest and open, because they're relaxed. It's done in a very relaxed, safe environment. They feel safe with us.
And everything that we do with children is very non-invasive. So there's nothing, like we don't sit there and say, what's wrong with you, you know, and we don't ask them to talk about the problem, because quite often they don't really understand what the problem is. They just know something's not right. But through the work we do with the guided visualizations are phenomenal, because they give us so much information. And they also allow us to help change the way children are thinking.
And sometimes, yeah, kids do open up to someone else they trust.
I think so, and I think particularly teenagers almost need another adult. You know, because they can just express themselves in a way they don't want to with their parents.
Right.
You know, so it's very useful to send your child to somebody different in certain occasions.
What are the 5 things that parents can really do to make their kids feel that they're present?
One, put the iPhone down or put the mobile phone down, and just really look at the child when the child's talking, really engage and really look at their body language, really try and look at them and read from them as a whole, because they are whole. They're just reflecting back a part of you that you probably don't like or don't want to see, or whatever's going on around. But I think to just really be present every time and be there with the child.
You know, I think the family coming together as a whole is very important, to spend time with the family, to sort of connect. It's difficult here in Dubai, maybe because the parents are maybe travelling. It's not always so easy, and it is a very busy life because they're doing lots of after-school activities. I think that's important as well. Children really need to just get bored sometimes.
Yes,
I think they just
so
do nothing. And that's what we tell kids as well. We tell the parents it's okay for them to be bored. They don't have to be entertained every minute of the day. It's not realistic for life.
And as they say, boredom can really get creativity out for you.
Totally. You know, so I think that's really important. I just don't think children are allowed to get bored anymore, because we feel that we've got to entertain them all the time. Yeah.
They're over busy, right?
Yeah. Or if they're not busy doing something, they're on a game or they're on the iPad and stuff, because it's very easy. So I just think back to basics, back to how it used to be, you know, a little bit.
And a bit of a balance, because it's challenging. I know I have a 15-year-old, and it's challenging as a mother for me to take him away from his gaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, the balance.
I mean, I have teenagers, and it's incredibly hard. So it's getting the balance.
And also, it's rather than telling them not to do it, making them understand that if you balance it, it'll be good for you. Because I don't think in today's day and age, they really want to hear something that's stopping them from
No,
doing
if you say don't, it's like a red rag to a bull, isn't it? It's like, okay, gonna do it then.
Totally.
So yeah, I think you're right. It's the way you say it, maybe, the way you treat them. They like to be treated with respect.
So I think kids need training. I think as parents, we need more training how to deal with them. Just come and communicate. I think that's where everything starts.
Totally, yeah.
Absolutely.
Communicate and mindfulness,
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.